お待たせしました。世界一可愛いのは伊藤ちゃん。
Hello, hello, Kalu Kalay. How are we doing today? Well, damn, this guy's got me feeling hyped. That is actually Maki Ito's opening. Yes, Maki Ito. She is a Japanese professional wrestler. That was her opening. That she sung herself because she was an idol. She's literally an idol who turned into a professional wrestler. And if you ever see the bat gif, otherwise known as where they have two barbed wire bats and they swing at each other and explode. One of those girls are her. Yeah, Maki Ito's fucking nuts. And she brings a very very different definition to coming in with the steel chair. But let's from an idol to a wrestling heel, goddamn. Yeah, legitimately she is that was her trajectory in life, and apparently she's very happy with it. She hasn't won much recently, but she's also the type that doesn't really need to win anything to have followers and to have people who really like her. Come on. Come. She is the quintessential definition of our entertainment, our pretty much hype mechanic. Yeah, she may lose, but she's getting a hell of a lot more followers than you. That's her entire goal in life. Added extended checks, really. Extended checks are pretty simple. It's just beat it a number of times. If you manage to beat it, cool. You don't, you do, or you don't. If you fail it, you just don't go and make any progress. So. People are posting cringe. Oh yeah. We've had some drama. By the way, I'd love to show you the stream. Best of luck to progress today. Of course. Yes, no, we've some drama today as always. Apparently Bethesda brought out paid mods again for Starfield, everyone. Have no fear, horse armor has the disaster in which horse armor has delivered upon us this wretched day. God bless him. We all knew it was going to happen, but it does not make it any less funny. So, let's do it. Let's see. The bratty toaster, he's dead. Yeah, $7 for one short mission. Yeehaw. Yeah, everyone's like, oh boy, it's the best. The Queen's Road is long. So yeah, we know we want to do Rumble Star. Can we even put stars in here? No, we cannot. So we have to, that's something we gotta remember. Greeting boys, we pissing, of course we're making chicken. But finding their way up to the but fighting their way up the Rumble Heart circuit. But everyone has to start. But everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone has to start somewhere. There we go. The Queen's Road. Yes, technically, it's King's Road is the official Odo. The Odo Road. However, we just want to establish, hey, everyone's got to start somewhere. This is what we're going to be doing. So, actually, how do I want to word this? Because effectively, what we need to do in this section, because the Queen's Road is going to be our... Here's our character creation chapter. Effectively, this is effectively character creation. There's a few things we need to introduce right away. First thing, we need to introduce character points. Now, we cannot call them character points though, so we have to come up with a brand new exciting name, which is your job now. We've got to introduce character points. We have to introduce our attributes, the MMASS system, otherwise known as the mass system. We then have to introduce skills. All right. And then we introduce advantages and disadvantages. Now, this is where things start getting very hectic and very unfun. This is going to be a very uphill fucking road. I'm gonna start somewhere. Unless you're Roman Reigns, rocket scientists. Rocket says they could push that hard. Yeah, pretty much. Life path points. It's not a life path system. The concept behind GURPS, but we aren't GURPS, we're LERPs, is that you have character points. You have character points. You spend CP on everything, and legitimately CP is the most important thing that you have in GURPS. Because it is everything. It is the way you improve yourself, it is the way you build yourself, everything is based off of those character points. So, and since you gotta remember here, Momoji, you gotta remember, we still need to make LERPs doing this. We're making LERPs. So we can't keep it too focused on just being like, it's wrestle points or whatever. No. Again, indirectly, Rumble Hearts is not its own project. This is secretly two projects at once. The other is LERPs. Rumble Hearts is just a front to create LERPs. That's the cursed reality of this situation. We have to do both. Ow. Okay. What do we want to call it? Just good old-fashioned PowerPoints, and of course we have. If I am the ultimate heel, we have our ultimate hero, the ultimate face. Say hello to the masked tiger himself. I didn't intend for him to be king, but I think it would be inevitable that he was going to be king. Calorie points, aspect points. Aspect points is pretty good, actually. I like aspect points. Calorie points, they increase your mass. Yeah, I like aspect. Aspects work. We'll keep with that. Okay, so we need to let's see, every campaign during their how do I make more CP for this? Yeah, no, character points have been ruined by perverts on the internet. Let's see, during their during their times on the during their time on the Queen's Road, the Joshi will feel their rise. Let's see. We'll fuel their rise to the top. Fuel their rise to the top. However, when they begin, they will have, what did I end up? Did I end up saying that they would have in general? They would start with 125. They will have 125 and they will have 125 AP. They will have 125 AP to begin with negative 50 with negative 50 AP to be acquired, with negative 50 AP to be spent on advantages if they so wish. Disadvantage penalty spent on let's lower attribute. Let's see, such as lower attributes or lower attributes, features or disadvantages will increase the total AP of the increase the total AP Joshi at the cost of these debilitating effects. Let's see, some they're stuck with until the end of their career. So, basic idea was like, we need to say, hey, ERPS has every character to enter Joshi. Still using these things, you can use it to acquire additional AP. Banked potential penalties, such as slight head start. So it's kind of the idea of like, you don't have to see, like, it's one of those things like, you don't necessarily get a bunch of, like, you can have some AP left over. This is not like a, oh wow, you're gonna get a super head start. No, it's just saying like, hey, you don't need to save up as much to get the next thing. On the other hand, it's like you're not getting an advantage now. That's the secret. You are not getting an advantage now because you want an advantage later. So we've got this. We've established what AP is. We've established what character creation is going to look like. So now we have to talk about attribute. Okay. So first things first, we need to establish. Actually, I guess we can just put it down here. I guess if we put it just down here, it'll be fine. Not perfect, but this. So attributes. We just need to. Oh, god damn it, motherfucker, son of a bitch. No, I don't want. Do that, we do this, we hit this, we select you. Then we apply this. There we fucking go. Jesus. There we are. Okay. More AP to improve every aspect of themselves. It's kind of like the idea behind it's like you can't spend AP on everything. That's kind of the idea, or you can't spell character points and GURPS on everything. It's just a universal super currency. So it's, let's see. So each Joshi is as their core foundation. Their core foundation. MMASF. Their mass. Mass stands for moxie, muscle, agility, smarts, and stamina. And let's see, mass stands for moxie, muscle, agility, smart, and stamina. Each of these. I don't know how to make that. Their attributes, it's weird. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about that at another time. Let's see. It has their core foundation, their mass. MMA stands for moxie, muscle, agility, smart, and stamina. Each of these attributes. Let's see. Form the heart of the Joshi's abilities. Most checks will be using one of these. Let's see. Most checks will be using one of these attributes. Okay. Let's say each of these attributes begin at 10. The Let's see. Maybe increase by 10. Let's see. Let's see. Making things harder for themselves. But okay, so establish this. You can, hey, this is an average person. From the heart of the Joshi's abilities. So we do this. We're going to put you right here. We're going to actually make so what we gotta do is your Carter 1. So we select both of you, we select Carter 1, we both put you in 14, and then we put Moxie, Muscle, then we explain what they are, Agility, Sense, maybe do Moxie. We do something like this. Moxie, Muscle, Agility. Smarts. Stamp. We do something like this. If we establish this, that means we know what they are. It costs 10 to increase any of them. These are a little bit small, but it's going to give us a little bit more to work with. Fucking alternatively, I open up the funny flash drive. Where is it? Yeah, okay, this is the way it's fucking laid out here. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe we don't do that. So do we do a table or no? We'll stick with the table. I like tables. Let's see. background. Go. Tens. We'll down to 9. Let's see. So that. Let's see. We're delivering a 1. Oh, we're delivering a 1-2 punch. Someone with low muscle struggles to carry their own weight. That's kind of the joke. Hey, you're just not very tough. Are have low muscle. 1, 2, 3. 2. And then we agility. How quick, dexterous, and coordinated Joshi. Yeah, there we go. Low agility. Clumsily failed to do any of the above. There we go. 1, 2. Smarts. Yeah, you got the smarts, kid. Let's see. Let's see, it would be what would be someone who has like a good wherewithal of them, like what's a good perceptive synonym? Mm. Yeah, it's like, hey, you have low smarts. You're not very good. You're not very perceptive, and you don't really kind of understand what's going on. You're not very smart. Let's see. Perceptive nature of the Joshi. It's the, because Joshi is a term, even though one of the problems is Joshi is actually a name. That's where things get a little bit weird with it. It's specifically a Hindu name, apparently. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. Stamina has an endless well of energy and perfect health record to motivated, while low stamina. Mm, mm, mm. Go. Do. These, we do table properties. Put it in the middle, cell, and put it there. Perfect. Let's see. So we want to do. Let's see. Each of these attributes will contribute toward the Joshi's secondary attribute, allowing them. Each secondary attribute is derived from one or more of the attributes. A number of important functions for the Joshi's continued success. I want to dump smarts because I want to be dumb. Like, yeah, congratulations. You're gonna fucking not do anything anymore then. You're going to be at a fundamental disadvantage if you just dump smarts like a dumbass. So, we want to... Okay, so, first things first. What do we really need to put in? We need to put in health points. We need to put in fatigue points. We need to put in reaction. And we need to put in a move. Other important things. GURPS Light. Tell me what I need to know. Give me 1 second. I need to post a locker image real fast. Yeah. This is very important information. I need to do this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. It's fundamental that I make fun of Horus in his hour of need. There we go. Let's see. Hydrate right now. Become a shonen protagonist, female, jump intelligent, dumb as shit, thick as hell. Pretty nice combo though, not good. All my brain power went to my breasts, like, no! That is technically an option. You can do that. You pump Moxie, you pump... at that point, what you would want to do is you would be pumping Moxie, you would be pumping muscle, and then you would kind of neglect these two to pump stamina as well. You're not very fast, you're not very smart, but who really cares? You've got 13 Moxie, 13 muscle, and 13 stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're not very smart. However, people immediately like you more because you're just a dumbass. You don't need to be smart. You're not gonna go very fast. That's kind of the problem. Okay, so let's determine secondary attributes. How do I want to do this? What we can do is we can put an image right. We can put an image right there. And that's going to lead into our secondary attribute. Actually, we should do what we can do is we can do primary attributes, select this. Then we do our secondary attributes. So you just do the secondary attribute. So we do this again, but we change this a little bit. We need to add in a column to the right. We need to delete these. Because what we're going to be doing here is putting in all math muscle. Three. Muscle plus stamina. Moxie. If we do this, then we would do E points. Okay, I don't think. So, new plan. We're going to instead do something completely fucking different. Do 1, 2, 3. Put a column to the right. Put a column to the right. We adjust you, table properties, center everything. You become... You become that. So then we would end up putting you here, you here. And then we would... Fatigue points, HP, FP, we really want to be specific. We you and hit 0. Select thing to the right here and put down 1. Select everything to the left here, put down 1. There we go. So then we have HP, fatigue points. Fatigue points was Moxie plus stamina. So this would be... Current health and ability stay upright during a fight. 1, 2. And then we would reach out here, and then we do the Joshi. I have a couple ideas what I want to do for... Like, I have a couple ideas what I want to do for, like, health and stuff. Effectively, what I'm thinking for you're taking damage kind of thing. Like, you have been hit with an attack. If you get hit with an attack, you're going to reduce your HP. The problem is, HP is pretty... As you can kind of say, HP is kind of a lot. You get a decent chunk of HP, and it's pretty easy to block it. On the other hand, fatigue points are a lot easier just to kind of whittle down more than anything. You want to whittle down their fatigue a lot. That's kind of like your over health a little. Once your fatigue is all the way down, then you can start really kind of chipping away at their health. Did you hydrate? Yes. I am playing Dizzy Dokuro. No. See, that would be one goal on here, though. I will say that. If I can get this to a point where I feel relatively comfortable, we can just desperately attempt to make shitty VTuber variants of everyone. And if we can make a shitty VTuber, you know, edits of everyone, you fucking imagine. You fucking imagine. The worst part is, I could probably get Pippa on board with it. I could probably get Pippa. But hey, Pippa, you don't understand, Pippa. You don't understand. It's Kino. It's amazing. Yo, muscle agility, muscle plus agility divided by 5. Actually, what I should do is this. Pippa, don't you want to be a wrestler? Come on, Pip. We do the dodge attacks. Yard. Go. Go. We just really need to determine this. Because I don't really think people really care about most other things. Go. This saw 3 the main people behind Dicebreaker are being made redundant. Oh no! Dicebreaker being redundant? Oh no! What are we going to do, everyone? That Dicebreaker, the fucking BuzzFeed of tabletop games, is going away. Oh no. Color me sad. Needing the crowd reactions to sustain you or your hype could be a lot of fun. Heels looking for boos, faces looking for cheers. It's kind of the like they're both kind of fighting for that. There's the idea of the crowd excitement mechanic. What I want to what the goal is. Hello, Mr. Sanfang. Like one of the main ideas behind it of the crowd excitement mechanic is crowd excitement. Excitement is the entire fight. Like, you both can just do really shitty and just have a bad fight. Nobody is happy, everyone sucks, and no one, like, the crowd isn't actually that, you know, engaged. However, let's say we have Fighter A and Fighter B. You know, Fighter A might contribute 20, Fighter B might contribute 18. In total, we have 38 excitement, though. People are hyped. Fighter A has the advantage in it, though. So it's kind of like a heel versus a face. You're both kind of trying to play to the crowd differently, and both of you are trying to do things to aggravate or get, you know, hype up the crowd kind of thing. That's kind of like, it's almost like a meta thing you have to worry about. It's, hey, I need to, oh no, the crowd isn't really excited anymore because we keep spamming the same moves. I need to do something now. And then a heel is going to want to be an asshole and, you know, do something to deliberately, you know, fuck with people. I told you about my RPG, then that'd be nice to know. If you want to be a little bit more like, oh, it's, you know, you are a face, you may want to do something nice, you may want to offer something, you want to hype the crowd up kind of thing. We are desperately trying to get people excited. Getting people excited, though, is hard. Ow. Owie zowie. Second, we have to. Especially for certain things. Besides, I think it's an interesting system. That's good. Yeah. If you're not in the Discord, post it in the Discord. Post, you know, give people the pitch. There's a lot more people there than just me, who's been drinking profusely currently. Yeah, my mom bought me beer, and she bought me just a lot of random beer. So I'm feeling great. I've been drinking like shit for a while. Had dinner already. Kind of slept half the day. We're gaming. We are gaming, as they say. So we want to put in. Want to put in encumbrance. Actually, should do is we should put lift over here and then encumbrance, which we would do lift, which would be one not life, lift is life. Lift times 1, 2, 3, 5. So a lift would be actually, let's check something. Basic lift is so completely average would be 20. Look, just a dramatic fucking just decrease. Muscle times 5 would be 50. We do 50, so that would be It doesn't. Besides, I think it's in fountain pens here, and I found... I like fountain pens. Fountain pens are nice, but I don't use any. I never go to my way to buy a fountain pen, because fountain pens get lost or they break on me. So, I just don't use them. Muscles pronounced muscle, not muscle. I'll have you know, Mir, musales are very important. They keep us alive. Musales. Muscales. Yes, good old-fashioned muscales. Yeah, well, it's... GURPS tracks it by strength times strength time and divided by 5. I mean, if we're looking at, fuck, how do we want to do, because even if you do it like 11 times 11, that'd be 121. 121 divided by 5 would be 24. We have a spreadsheet I can... Well, we'll just open up in this spreadsheet real fast. I just need to check something. Go away. So, let's say, to ST1, ST2, divisor, ending. So, 8, 8, so that would be... So this would be 3, 4. 17, 18, and then we do STV2, and then we do the divisor. So because we have this, it would be equal D10 times E10, D10 times E10. Wait, we'd have to bubble. So we'd have to do that divided by 5. But then we would be able to do this. Yeah, so 2024. I think of like what would it be? What's the consistency? That's 2, 2, 3, 4. It's 3.8 to go from there. So if we want to be really specific about things, technically, what if we want to say do like E12, for example, that would be. So if we want to be D17, and we have E22 divided by 5, we would have 30 strength. So if we want to do this better, we would need to do it as, if we do muscle times 5, alternatively, what we can do is we can do muscle plus stamina. Muscle plus stamina is just your health points. Why don't we just do that? Little strength squared divided by 5 is such a weird number. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they're getting that. Where's your lift? What actually, no, basic lift. Lift over your head in one hand in 1 second. How much you can lift over one hand in 1 second. That's your basic lift. First thing you see, basic lift TRPG, GURPS, GURPS, GURPS. Actually, you know what? Let's just do, L times 5. L. We sell times 5, that would be 50 pounds. 50 pounds by default. And if you were to have, if it's just 50 pounds by default, if we do this, it would just be D10 times 5. Go all the way down to 18. Just be 90 pounds reliably being able to just hold it consistently. Yeah, I think that worked. You could bump it up. I mean, if we bump it up to 10, let's say muscle times 10, and if we just do that, I mean, it's not very complicated, but let's just say, so an average person can roughly carry about 100 pounds. Maybe not. Maybe not that. You could reasonably lift 1 tenma over your head. Maybe we shouldn't do 10 then. So if we do it by 5, if we do it by 5 consistently, that means, roughly speaking, you can carry about 50 pounds on your back, kind of thing. It's just like, you could reasonably carry about 50 pounds on you without any real struggle. That's not a struggle for you at that point. That's just kind of a default. Which, roughly speaking, is... Honestly, yeah, no, that's a pretty average... Yeah, that's a pretty average strength level for most people, honestly. So if we do that, that means at total, so it would be at total 50 times 5, so 50 times 5, 250 pounds. You could, and you're fucking encumbered. Like, you're like, that's a way too much weight on you. Like, that is very difficult for you to carry consistently. And you are going to be having a bad time. Alright, yeah, that works. So, Actually, 50... 20.6... kilograms, lift times 5, encumbrance. Mm. Mm. Let's see. So, this we had a footnote for example. Mm. 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 There we go. Yeah, military folks carry 50 pounds per time. I think a reasonably strong person, if you were to say, hey, carry this for, you know, like a while, I don't think people would be like, yeah, it's, you know, lift and carry something about 50 pounds. It'll take you a bit to kind of maybe work it around, but I don't think a lot of people are going to struggle too badly with that. I don't think that's like a really big, super struggle. I mean, it's not like carry this all day kind of thing. That'll take a little bit out of you. On the other hand, it's like, hey, it's not encumbering really. Once you hit 2 times, once you hit 3 times, that's where things get a little bit hectic. That's when you start losing. That's when you start losing something. Actually, 2, because that's double her lift. We'd lose 1 if she goes over 50 pounds for too long. Yeah, good job, Hana. There we go. We got all our secondary attributes, which means we then move on to our skills. Okay, now things get a little bit complicated. Okay, so so let's see. Skills are a catch-all term for abilities, talents, tricks, and information that the Joshi has picked up over time or through her own training. Each skill is linked to an attribute. Let's see. Each skill is linked to an attribute, often written out as attribute. Attribute plus or minus X. This indicates that the skill actually, each skill is linked to an attribute, and whenever the skill is checked, it will use the attribute. You'll use the attribute to determine its quality. Determine how well or poorly it did. Let's see. Each skill is linked to an attribute. Whenever a skill is checked, how well it did. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Skills checked in the. How complicated is it to pick up or understand? Yeah, these are simple, average, and difficult. I didn't intend for these to be sad, but hey. But hey, maybe being sad is what we need to do. Yeah, it's just like these are simple, average, or difficult. These are simple, average, and difficult. Open up derps real fast and see if I remember how to fucking do this. Because skills are fucking weird. Got to buy skill. To improve the skill, you must spend character points. You're getting training. Let's see. Okay. So each skill's difficulty. Let's see. Some skills have a default value, which can always check to get, even if the judge does not have the skill in question. Even if this Joshi does not have the skill in question. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, Rumble Harto. Oh, Rumble Hartos. Okay, so this, we want to do this, we want to make a table, we want to, how the fuck, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we have 3, so we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, simple average difficulty. Mm-hmm. Three, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skill level, simple average. Okay, so this is where things start getting complicated. So we have our 3 different skills here. Opening up, generally speaking, simple skills should be very easy to open up. Not even going to, they don't even have any negatives. They literally open it up as 1, 2, 3. Actually, we do 1. If we check here, 1, 2, 4. If we do 1, 3, 5, and 9, 12. Actually, do 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Actually, no. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, plus 4. That's effectively how they did it, but actually no, mine skills are gonna be a little bit expensive, not by much though. Skills make me sad. How's the wrestling going? We're making progress. Skills make me sad. So then we can start off with. Actually, we can. If we really want to, we could literally just do this. So that would be 1, 2. It would be like this, effectively. 2, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, that's effectively what they do. But if we want, we could do 2, 2. What do you even have these? I don't need these. This is lame and awful. These are lame and awful, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to be cool. We're going to be cool people who do cool things for cool reasons. So, this would be, you open it up at 2, you open up at 2, 2, 2, 4. Actually, no, you open it at 1, you open it at... No, you do 2, 3... Increase it by 1, increase it by 1, we increase it by 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and then we do it by plus. Very difficult to get an average skill up. On the other hand, 1, 1, and then we do 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then we do plus 6. So this would be a total of 6 plus 15, 46 would be 64. This 86. So this 2, 5, 10, 17, 17, 27, 27, 40, 57. 57, 1, 3, 7, 13. 13, this would lead to 22, 34, 34, and then so on. There we go. Very easy to buy a simple skill up pretty quickly. The problem is you gotta, buy a simple skill up that quick. What skills we going with? We don't know yet. Do not know yet. Keep it like this for now. Not perfect. One, two, three, four. Okay, so this is where things start getting tricky. So we've established how skills actually function. We know what they do. Now we need to actually find skills. We need to do skills. So, luckily, someone has tracked every single skill in the book. These are all of the personal skills. And you want to know what we get to do? We get to find them. Actually, you know what we could do? Oh, yeah. Who's pinging me? It's officially over, by the way. Let me just play King a second. If yes, cool beans. If not, scrap everything and bigger in from 0. Technically, you can play King from 0. We will be able to play as King. There's just one exception. I believe it's 63. You're playing this variety of King. You're playing a woman, because this is Joshi Poresu. Sorry, fellow kings. We're going to be queens today. All women are queens. No kings today. You're playing very intimidating giant tiger mask woman. Have no fear. Why is this? I'm scared if I keep scrolling down. This is done by a gay artist, by the way. This is done by a gay man. I can tell immediately. Martial law, why are you here? You shouldn't be here. You're martial law. You're not king. But yeah, it's Joshi Poresu. Uh-oh. See, how thematic do you want the skills to be? This is where things start getting very complicated. This is where things start getting very, very, very complicated. This gets topless real quick. Because you have to remember, we are not writing... We are not writing Rumble Hearts. We're actually writing La Earps. We're writing the first La Earps supplement book, Rumble Hearts. So yeah, get ready for this fucking nightmare. It's kind of like, there has to be like a skill list somewhere. Like a quick and dirty skill list for everything. That's why I'm thinking of like, because we could just use these ones, to be honest. But unironically, these aren't actually that great because they do things like technically every single piece of advanced martial arts is karate. So yeah, this is where things started getting a little bit odd. So it's like, okay, how do I want to? There's a couple ways of doing this, and I don't really fucking know what's a good way. This is one of those complicated parts. This is one of the unfun parts of this. So let's take a think real fast. Let's sit down and have some fun. So, what are skills we absolutely need? Skills that are necessary for Rumble Hearts. Let's just open this up right now. What skills are absolutely necessary? Well, I think we're going to have some I'm going to call it very broadly martial arts skills. Because in Poderesu, there's a lot of martial artists who actually go in there and they do their own thing. You kind of have to have a background. We're not just going to call it karate because that's stupid. We're just going to have we can probably have like 4 of these. And they're just going to be different ways of approaching martial arts. That's all it's going to be. We want to be really... So let's just think about wrestling. Oh, technically, wrestling is a skill in GURPS. It is a skill. So we can just put wrestling in. Let's think of some other... Because the thing is, we both need these for, like, combat situations. We also need this for out of combat. I am thinking about putting in, like, you are inexplicably skilled at something rule, being like, yeah, this is, like, it's not, like, any skill you kind of want, you can just write in at, like, max level, because you're just weirdly, inexplicably skilled at something. So we don't need things like information technology. That's not really, like, why would we need this? Normally, you don't need something like that, so we're not going to put it in there, because that's not really what we need to do. However, one of you can just be inexplicably skilled at, at doing that. You can open a skill up real fast. Or you can just get it inexplicably, like, this is your weird cute mark. Like, yeah, no. Everyone looks at you being like, what do you mean you know how to use an actual fucking computer? And being like, yeah, duh, you don't. So, technically, if we want to be really, specific, we can actually probably, like, put these in. Like, oh, your strong style, your shoot style, or things like that. We can literally say, like, these are what you actually, these are what you actually know. Oh, they finally changed this. So, what am I thinking of? Yeah, this is just one of those, like, horrifying moments where you're like, oh, Jesus. Yeah, even, like, the, like, wrestle styles. We could do some wrestling styles pretty easily, than just having wrestling in general. Wrestling would be more like submission stuff. Let's see, I mean, I guess we could do, like, God. What do you even... See, this is what I mean, like, this is just what's like, fuck me, how do you even approach it like this? Yeah, you've got the carousing stuff. Okay, so let's think about it like this. So, we can, you know what we can do? We can do performance. We can do performance. We can do everyone likes carousing. Intimidation. Wouldn't be again like public speaking would be the right word for it, but I mean there's got to be a public speaking synonym. Give me a good oh, we could call it presentation. We're not going to put in sex appeal. There's going to be a very specific reason we're not putting in sex appeal, because sex appeal is going to be molded. Sex appeal has effectively been mulched into a couple different things. So why do we don't need to put that in if we're already doing something else with it. So that's not a thing we need to really worry about. Okay, so couple skills here. So like Mike's skills would just be presentation. It is it's you grabbing the mic, you doing the thing. It's you intimidating someone else. If you're going heal, then going intimidation is useful. You're carousing, kind of more outside, but it's also kind of like your ability to kind of, this is your fucking around with people skill. You're not a villain. I'm a super villain. When in doubt, look at Cruelty Squad. Cruelty Squad skill list. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. So there's gotta be, actually. We're going on a, here we go, and we'll see a world of pure imagination. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, metal saviors. Hello, re-armored edition. When in doubt, when you've already written something, say fuck it and just write it down again. Let's see. So so we can do domestic work. Domestic work is kind of a weird one, but it's literally like just being able to live your life very normally, like cooking, cleaning, taking care of somebody else even. Actually, language would be important. Language X, literacy. Actually, we can do language language X, and then we do literacy. Literacy X if you want to take that. Language would be, we can do that advanced. Performance is pretty simple. Carousing is pretty simple. Intimidation would be pretty simple. Actually, we can do presentation is simple. We can do performance to be a little bit more difficult, because the idea would be performance is putting on a fucking show while doing it. You don't even necessarily need to say anything for performance. It's you putting on a show. Presentation is you like addressing the crowd very directly. Domestic work, very simple to do. Language is difficult. Literacy is a lot more difficult. You can know a language, but not really know how to write it very well. You just don't know, like, you can speak it, but you can't actually, like, write it very well. We don't need lore, we don't need that. Looking right. So, we just do... Explicably put mechanics in there because everyone likes mechanics. Let's do Larceny. Actually, we can do sleight of hand, then into investigation. Then we do another, actually no, what would you consider, like, stealth? You know, we want to be sneaky. Actually, we can do sneak. Yeah, why don't we just do sneak? Yeah, you're just being a fucking sneaky bastard. You're doing something. Because if we use sneak, we can add in things like sleight of hand, stealth, and things like lockpicking all in one. Medical skills. We can do advanced skills. Actually, we can do, yeah, we can do like. Actually, no, we don't really need. I guess we can put in something like that. Wouldn't be too remiss. Actually, we can put in a difficult skill of psychology. Psychology, get a read on someone. Just like how do I fuck with you? Military skills. Not really. These people skills. Adequate public speaking, science skill. There we go. Actually, these would be difficult. This would be formal science. Formal science, natural science. Unnatural science. Literally, I am an actual, like, I went to school for physics. I went to school for, you know, like, I'm going to school for biology. This is a side gig kind of thing. Unnatural science is, I have spent the past 13, you know, I'm a weird conspiracy theorist, and I know, like, I am trying to become an occultist. Like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Don't really need to worry about any of these. We can put in pretty Drive 2011. Don't need to really worry about any of these. Let's see. Let's see, what would we need? No. Let's do... Okay. Psychology master here. Stealth guile. Let's see. So if we put all of these in your martial arts styles, depending on how well you're going to be fighting, these are all the ways that you're going to be actually throwing fucking hands. Wrestling should be pretty simple for you. Actually, no, we can do... wrestling would be pretty advanced to pick up. It's going to be advanced solely for the fact that we don't want people to max it out right away. Help dealing with heavy pain. See, heavy pain, that would just be a stamina check. You know, honest to God, it would be a stamina check to say, like, are you dealing with this pain okay? Or you would be doing a presentation being like, yeah, I'm on fucking death's door, let's fucking do it, or even a performance. Pyrotechnics, okay. Actually, if we want to do, give me por eso, moshi, dengo. Okay, so, of course, lucha libre. shoot style. Shoot wrestling, let's see. Shoot wrestling. So actually this would boil down to pretty advanced would be shoot style. Actually, we can, yeah, this would be shoot style. This would be like actual fighting. And then we would go to Shooter. Yeah, so we do shoot style, shoot wrestling, catch wrestling, freestyle, Greco-Roman, karate, Muay Thai. Then I guess we would have strong style, catch wrestlers, submission wrestling. Hardcore wrestling is just like, yeah, there you just beat the shit out of one another until someone goes down. even in his hotel room. Yeah, cousin. Guess there's probably something else I can. I mean, you know. Yeah, and then we have more historical styles. Then we have the more like. Yeah, they have this shit like Sambo. You know, where was the one that I have a what the that I have a deep and I have a deep and it's God, it's I'm having a fucking stroke. Actually, I mean, there's technically there's Dambe fighting. Dambe fighting is cool as fuck. Fuck, what it's Senegal wrestling. There we go. Fucking Senegalese wrestling, baby. Beat the fucking shit out of one another. Let he butcher's nail in your skull to tell you how bloody and lethal's wrestling gonna get. Don't really think it's gonna get like lethal. Like, why would it be lethal? It's kind of one of those things where we are dealing with the fact that these are still cute girls doing cute things, except that cute thing is wrestling. That's the secret. It's cute girls doing cute things, but we're wrestling with one another. There, that's all you need to think about. That's all you need to learn about. As you kind of see here, this is actually Ring Dream proper. This is the actual original thing, which was Ring Dream, which is a card game. Which you may think, what do you mean it's a card game? Well, Ring Dream is a wrestling card game that was primarily on browser, but there was physical copies of it somewhere at some time. Hello, Sonic Cat. And yeah, we're not exactly going to be power slamming. We're not going to be snapping anyone's neck in the ring or anything like that. Like that's not quite what we're dealing with here. It's mild to moderate Riona. It's pushing around, padded steel, yeah, rather than bone snapping, skull crushing. Yeah. There's also Wrestle Angels. Yeah, it's yeah, you're seeing kind of the idea. We're not exactly dealing with, like, again, we're not going to be snapping anyone's neck in half. Honestly, I didn't know Wrestle Angels existed, but this is actually very handy that I actually do know this exists. Oh wow, look everyone, it's Sonic Cat again. Hi Sonic Cat, why are you here again? What do you fucking mean Sonic Cat is here? What? Sonic Cat, you're not supposed to be here. Yeah, this is yeah. A crossover character from the GURPS Pro Wrestling themed supplement Ring Dream and key characters from Chapter 3. Like, you have to remember, it's not originally a GURPS supplement. That's the fucking weird thing. It's not originally a GURPS supplement. It's originally a fucking card game they made a GURPS supplement out of. That's the weird part. Well, certain types of Joshis will attempt that. Oscar the WWE comes from the Joshis that will try and break someone's neck. Yeah, there's like a very yeah. They'll change the line. Yeah, like yeah. Good old Sonic Cat. And we all love Sonic Cat. Technically, yeah, Wrestle Angels. I've never heard of this before. This is, oh. They use a card battle interface. Management Simulator. Let's repeat that. A game about ladies wrestling that's largely a management simulator with anime-style art. Yeah, it's great. I mean, apparently there is a, apparently it is popular enough to justify it. So I will need to dive in and see what I can find more about it. But yeah, that's actually that's Sonic Cat from Ring Dream. She is and the worst part is you're saying, oh, it's a card game. Oh, it's a card game. Yeah, it's a card game. Ring Dream was a card game as well. No fucking idea what the... I guess there must have been just a couple card games going around at the time. Like, throw a chair at someone unprotected style. Oh yeah, no, it was Fire Pro Wrestling. There was about 5 seconds where I'm like, should I just buy Fire Pro Wrestling? This is, for those who don't know, this is Fire Pro Wrestling. It's a wrestling simulator about fighting in the ring, And technically, you can buy the New Japan Pro Wrestling ring, guys. They're all here. There's an extensive modding scene, apparently throwing in legitimately every single character you can think of. Yeah, no, it's a cycle. So, all right, yeah, no, it's a fucking weird buy it. Let's think. So, So we want to do, if we want to cut this out and just say, and just really have just, I guess, a martial arts skill, like a, part of me wants to divide this up. Maybe we could literally have something like a brawling skill, like a brawling super simple, but you don't do much damage with it. Martial arts, and then we, I guess we could break it up into different martial art types. Like, the most basic one you can do is just brawl. Just start throwing hands. It's not very efficient, but you'll land consistently, but you'll never do well. It's not the best way it's not ever the best option for you to do. It's usually the best option for you to invest in if you have nothing else, though. Unironically, this game would be a hell of a lot easier if it was boxing. It's the most complex wrestling game out there. You can get... Yes, you can mod Pippa in. Yeah, let's do a Divas League. God, I remember when WWE called them Divas. Yeah, it's the best of times. It's the worst of times. I hope you all know that anytime I see TN, I have a problem now. The brain rot's gotten so bad. Anytime I see TN, I instinctually go over to a key by the S key. I don't know why. It's rampant brain rot. I have a problem. The key to the right of the S key, I hover over it anytime I see TN. I'm like, oh no. Notepad. It's like the fucking Green Goblin mask. Oh, God, let's see. So, I mean... I guess we would need, like, combat styles. Unless we literally break it down, too. It's weird because women look better in Divas Era, but they look special ed, little league touch football game in comparison to the Joshis. Well, that was, like, the big thing with, if you wanted to make it big, you had to go to Japan. If you actually wanted to prove your shit, you went to Japan and and fought there. Joshis you would fight there. It's just that stopped being really popular because what would happen is you would go to Japan. What the fuck is TMS? Is that you would go to Japan, learn how to do these things, become really good, you would come back, and you would literally just wipe the fucking floor with all of them because they wouldn't know how to fight very well. Like, it... Because I do know there was a huge American presence in the Japan League because of that. Even Hulk Hogan went to gym, and that was probably his best actual in-ring work. Yeah, like... If you wanted to make it big, if you wanted to be good, you went to Japan. And The number of times I've been reading that, like, if you wanted to be a good wrestler, you went to Japan. It was like, huh. You learn something new every day, I guess. You know, you learn extensively about Japanese paradesu, and how they got in, people would get their shit kicked in. Well, here's an option. Now, hell, Lucha Libre is actually, you know, Lucha Libre has apparently a presence in Japan. There is a Lucha Libre circuit, like a full-on one, which is Mexican Lucha Libre, which, to Mexico, that is probably the coolest fucking thing in the world for them. And there is one Mexican guy, probably, you know, who, you know, goes to Japan every year and be like, yay, there, and then camps outside, you know, the Dragon Ball studios saying, like, give me Dragon Ball merch. If you look hard enough, you'll probably find some fucking indie wrestler, some Mexican guy showing up, full Lucha Libre, ripping everything off, screaming at the top of his lungs. It's just the fucking Dragon Ball opening. He's the hero we need, not the one we deserve. See, what we can do with combat styles, we could add in something like, we could do something like this. It's kind of like investing in brawling is you're going to do the lowest amount of damage, but you're actually going to be hitting pretty consistently. You go up to martial arts being like, this is actual MMA shoot style shit. Like, you're throwing punches, you are throwing hits, you are trying to get them on their ass. Then you go to Queen style, which does the most amount of damage. It is the most complicated to pull off. However, it is the best, but it's really hard to actually improve it. So it's kind of like, hey, you might dump everything into Queen style and get like a +2 on it, but someone with the same amount of points is going into brawling. And they might not be hitting as much, but they're hitting more consistently. So it's kind of like, oh, you've dumped 13 points. If you dump 13 points into improving Queen style, you've gone up to your attribute. 13 points into Brawl is going to mean you have a +3 to whatever your attribute is. So you're going to be consistently doing better than them at that. And it's just going to get more expensive going on. You know, 21, you know, you're spending 21 to get here, 22 to get a +4. By the time you kind of hit that +5, which is kind of that like point of no return, you've barely hit a +2 on your Queen style, while they have a very consistent lead on you. Yay or nay? We split these up into high damage, high risk, mid damage, mid risk, low damage, low risk, something like that. So you can kind of mix and match these a little bit. Like if you're on the advantage, you might want to do Queen style. On the other, you may want to do martial arts or brawling. And on the other hand, what we can do is... as well is that you can mix up how you're fighting to build crowd excitement. Hey, you're known for doing some brawling stuff. Go in for some brawls and then try to throw a Queen style attack in the middle point. Yeah, it may not be best, but hey, it's something. People like it when you throw a Queen style punch. It's like, yeah, this is something really fucking flashy. They measure the martial arts autism might not be tickled if you don't do it. If you don't do different kinds of stuff. That's again, it's one of those really complicated things. Like, honest to God, if I had it my way, if we were doing like an MMA game, like an MMA, like MMA fighting, honest to God, like MMA shit, then I would probably double down and be like, yeah, let's get really anal with how martial arts work. Like, every single move needs to feel very different and very unique to one another. And throwing a punch should feel like you have thrown a punch and you have broken someone's fucking spine, kind of thing. You know, very big, very bloody. The problem is, it's Joshi Poderesu. It's a very specific... it's a very, very specific way of doing things. And because it's a very specific way of doing things, it has its advantages and disadvantages. So I guess this is kind of going to be our compromising point. And this is like some queen shit going on, like you delivering just a fucking roundhouse kick and breaking someone's head open. Yeah, there's a couple options here that we could play around with. There's a few options and few ideas that we could work with. Judo or whatever have you. I could see something like that. And I would probably, when I'm explaining the skills, I would have to throw in here being like, there are so many different varieties of martial arts, and because of what we're working with, martial art, you know, it would be like, martial arts might be flavored as judo kind of thing. It's judo throws. Or it could be karate. Or it could be fucking capoeira, whatever. That's what it is. And it's like, yeah, this is a compromise. It's... If I wanted to, again, if it was full MMA bullshit, then yeah, we could do that. But it's not full MMA bullshit. That's the kind of the issue. So we'll compromise here. If anything, what we can do is we can probably split this up into a few different ideas. This might change when we reach combat proper. When we reach combat proper, we can probably work this around a little bit differently. And being like, okay, there's a few different kinds of martial arts to play around with, but Queen style is, that's your hardcore shit. That's your fancy shit. And we like fancy shit. If anything, we can always just say martial arts is kind of like the catch-all term for actually knowing what you're doing. Queen style is your flashy shit. Brawling is very much your throwing punches. Okay, so I think that's a good number of... A different book to get the martial arts autism. Understanding and quantifying the effectiveness of various martial arts and component techniques is hard enough in real life. Oh yeah. If we were to do something like that, I would effectively be at that point making Absolver the role-playing game, which I already kind of did with Fists of Chaos. Fists of Chaos does this quite a bit, of like playing around with different styles and stuff, but that's more fighting game. As you can kind of see, Absolver is a little bit different in that regard. Absolver is really Absolver is a sad creature of a game that never really took off as much as it should have. It's one of those games that really should have, really should have popped off, but it just kind of did. Yeah. Endgame, PvP to unlock it. That's not a lot of people still play this game now. You did not find anyone. 3 to 4 hours long if you've managed to find some friends. Yeah, it was kind of that game, like, if this was not a... Unironically, if this game was not a MMO, I think it would have done a lot. I think this game would have done a lot better. My friend actually bought me Sifu for Christmas. And I've been meaning to play Sifu, but I don't own a controller, so it's been very difficult. And I keep meaning to get a controller, so I might get one. I might just say fuck it and buy myself a controller. But yeah, no, we would be doing something like that. Trying to then put it into the game, just it's causing problems to yourself. Yeah. the idea of putting in like all the martial arts autism and stuff would legitimately be, you should have $70 from me already. Why haven't you got one? Notepad and on the PO box. No PO boxing or anything like that. Because I haven't actually transferred anything over. I'm just working on stuff. I've been working on too much stuff. Haven't had time to think. So, fun story about buying things. So, recently, I bought myself, because I'm one of those people who cannot go to sleep unless I'm listening to something. So, recently, I actually bought myself some wireless earbuds. Funny story about wireless earbuds. They're a little weird sometimes. Though, I was getting really frustrated because my wireless earbuds are $13. They were dog shit ones, but I like them because they work. But I was like, man, it really sucks that these things don't hold charge at all. Really sucks that they don't hold charge, and it's a pain in the ass to get them to work. Lo and behold, last night, I'm sitting in bed. I'm like, oh, dang it, this thing didn't work again. I'm gonna have to plug it in. I'll go to bed in a couple of minutes. I'll let it charge for a second. And I hold my thumb. I take it out of my ear, and I'm holding it on my thumb, and I hear something. I hear something very distinctive. Power on. Hold it down. Power off. I've been getting really frustrated at technology because I turned it off on accident because I'm an idiot. This is my life. So that's why... Don't you laugh at me, Spartan. Shut up. I don't need this kind of abuse. It was that moment I sat there and it was... It's just like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm looking at it. I'm just like, motherfucker. Like, god damn it. Yeah, it's just like, fuck. It was a gua moment. That's what I can say. It was a gua moment. I was not too happy with myself after I realized that, but it was funny. Let's see. So, I think we made decent progress. I think we've got all of our skills. We've broken everything down. Really all we need to work on now. What we need to work on now is we're going to get all these skills in. Once the skills are in, we then have to work on advantages and disadvantages, which is going to be next. Which we will do next time. But I'm going to write in... I'm literally going to copy and paste this list into our thing right here. And I'm going to say we're going to do it next time because I need to record a video. Because our Friday's video is going to be a very special video. Fun fact. It's going to be a very special video because it's on another weird game that we went over. Because it was a double or nothing, I said to myself. So we are actually going to be covering... we're going to be talking about Break. Because Break is a weird game, and I want to talk about it. Now, the Cloudbreaker video, here's the thing. The Cloudbreaker video, I was actually very positive about. Like, it may come out that I'm like a little bit like, I was a little negative toward it. I was a little kind of dismissive of certain aspects. I'm like, that's fine. But generally speaking, I think Cloudbreaker Alliance is a good game. I think there is a good game underneath a lot of it. It's just very... very token heavy, and it really probably doesn't need to have as many tokens as it does. It probably does not need as many tokens as it plays around with, and it's kind of, and even as I say in the video, it's gacha core, and that is really going to turn some people off, I think. And even in the comments, you can actually you can see people being like, oh, well, I don't like it because it looks anime, and then I don't like the fact that it looks anime. It's too anime for me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. Like, that's completely, like, that is completely reasonable for someone to be like, I do not like this. This is too, like, this is too, you know, anime for me. And I'm like, that's fine. Probably, like, let's see. Yeah, probably, like, one of the larger issues, I think, with, like, I understand what you're saying. I think the take is cringe, but I understand. Like, it's not offensively anime, it's gacha core, though, and the fact that it's gacha core is going to turn people off. It won't turn me off. Here's the thing. I make fun of it. I make fun of it because it's inspired by everything, and they put Blue Archive Angels in it. That's why I made fun of it. Because it's very funny. Other people are going to look at it being like, it's anime, fuck you. I don't like this. Break, on the other hand, I'm going to tell you all a secret about Break. This is... Let me bring up Break RPG. I fucking hate the way Break looks. I hate the way this game looks. I think it's awful. I think this game looks like shit. Like, oh man, look at all... I don't know what about it, but I have a visceral reaction of dislike. This is a visceral, like, I do not like this game. I don't know what's about the look. I don't know what's about the aesthetic. I don't know what it is, but something about this game I really dislike. And I cannot get it. I cannot get into it. And I think Break did, it ain't. I don't get it. I hate the way it looks. It was in the Waname case. It was the Waname case. Technically, we've completely finished the Waname case. By the way, we've done every game in there. I kind of want to get them all done at once because they're interesting to talk about. Like, yeah, no, it's like D&D 5e art has gotten way too much into anime, Ghibli specifically. Yeah, and that's the part that really annoys me. I don't know why, just there's a visceral reaction where I hate every single way these characters and the other designs are. Because it's... The thing is, the thing with the Break is that it's not anime. It's not really anime. Like, you'll be like, well, it's Ghibli inspired. Being like, is that really Ghibli inspired? I don't see really any Ghibli in there. And then it's like, oh, well, it's supposed to be like old SNES RPGs. I'm like, do you see SNES RPGs in that? No, I don't see SNES RPG. What it is Tumblr renditions. It's Tumblr renditions of SNES and of SNES RPGs and quote 90s anime quote. That's literally what I see for it. It's the same thing when people say like, oh, well, I like retro anime. It's like what they're talking about, like I like the retro anime aesthetic. This is what it reminds me of. The retro anime aesthetic. I can't get into it. I cannot get into the Break. And I think the problem with Break is that if you cannot get into the artwork, if you cannot vibe with that, it is not going to work. It is going to you will not like it. Because at its core, it is a bargain basement fucking OSR game. That's the beautiful disaster piece. It is a budget. It is a bargain basement OSR game that took them 1 decade to make because they didn't know what they wanted to make, so they instead made every other OSR shit brew and all the art. I can't vibe with the art. If you can't vibe with the art, Break legitimately is a 400 pages of shit. It's worth nothing. It's very fascinating. Okay. Alright, I know what we'll do. I'm gonna end the stream. Cheap viewers at sorry Mario 1333. Sorry Mario 1488. We are not making it out of the hood. Go away, please. Whack. Okay. Mods crush his balls. So we're going to raid again, everyone. We're going to attempt to raid. Now, I'm ready to attempt to raid again. Now, we're raiding the person who literally just started streaming. We're raiding them simply because they're just kind of here, and I saw them on WVT. They were the first one I saw on WVT. Want to raid me? Raid who? Let's see. Let's check something. Oh, she went off. Oh, she went offline. Enma's live though. No, she's not on. No, she's still on. She's still online. Clover's still online. Let's see. Perfect. Oh yeah, she's still. We are not raiding Tenma. Actually, that would be funny if we raided Tenma. Went live. I'm doing the same content as you. I can't have competition. You don't understand. I can't afford competition. Let's see it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna raid the fox, everyone. We're gonna raid the fox. We're gonna raid the fox. And I need all of you, all 10 of you, say Notepad Anon for Phase Connect. Raid me, chat. Raid me, chat. What? Who? God fucking damn it, people. Who the fuck are these people? Oh God, who's? Lord Almighty. Yeah, God, me, chat. Okay, all right, everyone. So, gamble of opportunity. Do we raid small? And do we mean small stream, or do we gamble with Tenma? So this is the question: gambling with Tenma, or do we go for Clover? This is a very important question, because both of them are very funny to stream. Gamble. All right, we're gambling. I'm tiny boy. Shoot your shot. There we go. We're going. All right, I am going to go away in 3, 2, 1. Godspeed, kings.